Hey there, spooky friends, and welcome back to Imagination Storytime. To get into the spirit of Halloween, I have a fantastic treat for you today. We're going to dive into the world of Pete the Cat, Trick or Pete by the amazing James Dean. But guess what? This isn't any ordinary book. It's filled with hidden, not too spooky surprises. So grab your favorite Halloween snack, snuggle up, and get ready for a spooktacular storytime adventure. It's Halloween. Pete the cat is excited to go trick-or-treating in his superhero costume. I hope nothing too spooky happens, says Pete. Don't worry, says Pete's dad. We have our flashlights. Let's go trick-or-treating, says Pete. Boo. Pete and his dad walk outside. Whoosh! The wind rustles the leaves. Pete sees something moving in the tree. It's just an owl. That wasn't too spooky, says Pete. They arrive at a neighbor's house. Pete rings the bell. He hears a strange sound coming to the door. It's just Callie, Pete says. She's not too spooky. Callie joins Pete and his dad trick-or-treating. At the next house, there is something in the yard. Phew, it's just a scarecrow, says Pete. That's not too spooky. Pete rings the doorbell. Trick or treat, says Pete and Callie. Awesome costume, says Pete. Very spooky, but not too spooky. Thank you, says Mrs. Gold, the crossing guard. At the next house, there is something glowing on the steps. Cool, says Pete. Jack-o'-lanterns. Callie rings the doorbell. Trick or treat, says Pete and Callie. It's Pete's teacher. One piece of candy each, she says. Suddenly, they hear something behind them. What was that? Asked Callie. Oh, it's just our friend Emma, says Pete. Not spooky, but groovy. One last house, and then we'll go home, says Pete's dad. Pete rings the bell. Ding dong! Yikes! It's a spooky ghost, screams Pete. Don't be silly, Pete. It's just me, says Grandma. Callie and Pete get treats and hugs. Trick-or-treating wasn't too spooky at all. It was actually full of sweet surprises. Happy Halloween! The end. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you loved this story as much as I did, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That way you won't miss any of my future storytime adventures. Now it's your turn. What was your favorite part of the story? Did you ever have a Halloween adventure like Pete the Cat? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. I can't wait to hear from you. It's time for me to say goodbye for now. Until next time, have an enchanting day and keep spreading the love for books and stories. Bye, everyone.